Hey everyone! So Christmas is come and gone, and now we're on a New Year's Eve. So I want to talk a little bit about the look I created on myself today. First of all, I'm so excited because my hair's been too short to really do a whole lot with it, and I found a way to give myself an updo, so to speak. And those of you who have bobs can also do this. So I'll talk a little bit about how I achieved this. I'm not going into great detail today because I am going to just touch on my makeup and my hair all in the same video. So, but first off, we'll talk about my makeup. I did a little bit of a glitter kind of eyelid with the deeper lip. I feel like with New Year's Eve, it's so fun to go a little more fancy in the eye department. Sorry, let me fix this camera. I'm still learning about all this, so hang tight. But anyways, it's so fun to doll up your eyes a little bit more because, you know, you do the same, tend to get in the same rut every day, and when New Year's Eve comes, it's like, where's the glitter? So I put actually a little bit on my lids today and just did a deeper lip with it, and I feel like it pairs really well. So to start, I'll just give you a little peek. It might be hard to see with my lighting, which I'm also working on, but hopefully you can get the idea of what's going on here. So I actually started off with the Indian Wood Primer by MAC. This primer is really nice for every day. If you can see it there, it's a little bit bronzier. I don't know if you can see it on my hands. Anyways, so it's got like a little bit of a bronzy glow. I actually like using this if you are in a hurry, and I just kind of dab it on my eyelid and just kind of like buff out the edges so it doesn't look really harsh. Put some mascara on and go. So you don't have to do like a full-blown eye makeup kind of day, especially for moms. That's a nice tip to have, and it's a primer, so it dries, and sometimes it's nice to set it with a little bit of like an eyeshadow, but you don't always have to. So I started off, like I said, with Indian Wood Paint Pot by MAC, and then I actually took my Silk Stocking. It's a metallic pigment by MAC, and this is really pretty because if you can see, I don't know if we can see it in here, let me put a little on my hand. You see the globe. It really has great pigment, as it should, because it's called pigments. And I just literally pat it on my eyelid after I did the primer. So you can use a flat, you could even use like a flat makeup eye brush and just kind of just like I said, pat it on, because if you do circular motion and you do a fluffy brush, it'll fall off and it'll make a mess on your face. So I really wouldn't recommend that. So after I did that on both eyes, I actually took my, I have like a Smashbox, their matte palette, and I took like, I think one of their deeper brown tones, and I mixed a little bit of like their charcoal, and oh, I actually have it with me, I can show you guys. So this is the Smashbox Photo Matte Eyes, and I used Canyon and a little bit of Blackout. So I'll show you what that looks like here. So Canyon's that deeper one, and here's the Blackout. Don't mind my nails, I haven't been to the salon to get them fixed lately. So anyways, I took those and I just kind of arched around my crease and just a little deeper in the corner, and I made it a little bit winged out. Brought it out because I knew I wanted to do a little bit of a wing liner today, and definitely emphasize my top lash line and my lid versus really bring anything underneath. So take that, you can take a little pencil brush and then buff it out. If the pencil brush sometimes will help with precision right around there, so you don't go too far up and so you don't go too far down. It helps, but make sure you always soften it, and you can go back over it. If you don't soften it, sometimes you get really harsh lines, unwanted harsh lines. They're not always bad, but the unwanted ones are the ones I'm talking about. So after that, I bust out my Smashbox Limitless Liquid Liner Pen in Jet Black. And I actually just started using this, and I really like it. It helps with the winged liner. It just kind of glides on, and I need that because it's very easy to just get those skid marks. And sometimes pulling out your eye like this will help so that you can prevent the skid marks that cause a lot of the mess ups. Wing liner can be kind of hard. Another pointer with winged liner, so what I tend to do, if you keep your eye open, follow your underneath lash line and make your point and kind of go from there, and you can draw your line even that way, and then you kind of etch it in to your top lash line and create your shape that way. Wing liner definitely is something you want to practice, so just do it every day, and if you mess up, then all you gotta do is erase and try again. So as far as the lips go, I used my MAC liner, Cyber World. It's a deeper, kind of like a more plum looking liner. I keep messing with this shirt, I'm sorry guys, but it is, it keeps on creeping up. But anyways, I used that one, and then I filled it in with Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick. It's really, really pretty, and I think it's a nice holiday, kind of like pink red. It's in between. It's not a red, it's definitely got some pink tone to it. So I just filled that in with that, and I love it. Make sure you moisturize your lips first, because otherwise the lipstick just doesn't go on as well, and I always try to remind myself to put a little bit of chapstick on while I'm getting ready. That way you can blot it off if there's too much on at the end, but usually this time of year my lips like suck it in quickly, so it definitely helps with the overall look of my lips when I'm all done. As far as the hair goes, I'm putting all my stuff down, but as far as the hair goes, what I did, I definitely started with like a root, what should I say, just like a root lifting powder. I like to use a lot of surface products, so I actually use the push powder, and I put that in right all in this section that I wanted more volume, and just split your hair off and just put it in your scalp, and I just shake it in, and then I tend to section off the top and just use a small tooth comb and back comb until your hair almost stands straight up. And then you take like a boar bristle brush, something that you can smooth it over, and I actually just took some pieces that, you know, I didn't want entirely like bouffant looking, not like a 60s, you know, crown, 50s, 60s crown, that's perfectly smooth, but I just give it a little texture. I feel like it makes it look a little more organic that way. But anyway, so I take that and section it off, and this is where I always like to part my hair. Did it maybe a little bit farther over than normal. So I take that part line and go all the way straight back and make sure you split them. This side I just smoothed out with my flat iron, and I just started twisting it back, and I stuck a bobby pin in here, almost kind of like a French twist, kind of going back. And I put my bobby pin in. This is your bobby pin, you actually like kind of like grab each side of the bobby pin and put it around each side of the hair, and you press it back into the hair, so like kind of opposite way the opposite way that you're twisting it. So if it's coming back this way, I will put the bobby pin up this way. That actually grips the hair a lot better. If you go with it, you'll find it flipping back and forth, and sometimes that can be a pain in the butt, and you're gonna end up messing with it the whole night. So after that side's taken care of, you go into this side. I actually took like a piece and did a little twist here. I don't know if you can tell. And I like my sides to be a little bit tighter here. I didn't want it to be too big on the side. I feel like then it would look kind of goofy with this really tight side, but you can do whatever you want, just my preference. So I pinned this one up here, and then I took this section and I actually twisted it back as well, and kind of rolled the middle section up and in, and that's it. So give it a little spray and you'll be good to go. And next time I'm gonna have to wear an easier top, I swear. But that's pretty much it though. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you learned a little bit from this tutorial, and if you have any other requests, send them my way. I'd be happy to do it. And I'm hoping I'll get a couple more looks for you soon enough for New Year's Eve. All right, have a good night.